Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah. Hey, let me get a little more. They know who, yeah, man. Yeah. We stay entertained. Yeah. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building. Going crazy. This shit was made for television. Pass the remote, baby. Now go and subscribe. Comment, go live. Tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Make sure you tap in, cause we at it again. It's all entertainment, cause we stay entertaining. Yeah, stay entertaining. Yeah, hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah, now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah, hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah, now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up, baby. Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah. Hey, let me get a little more. They know who, yeah, man. Yeah. We stay entertained. Yeah. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building. So going cream to go and tell a friend. Make sure you tap in.
Hey, you guys!
Hola!
¿Cómo estás?
Ben with the key.
Yes, welcome to the House of X Entertainment.
Where we stay entertaining.
I'm Winston.
And I'm Leo.
And welcome back to the exclusive show.
Ooh, the exclusive show, honey.
Yes.
But we keep it exclusive.
Honey.
Is you exclusive?
Oh, nah. Who we got in the building?
It looks like lots of people.
We got It's Me Winston in the building.
Ooh, he old tired washed and laid him through.
Don't do it. We got Vern's Junk Closet. Hey, sis.
Hey, we got the YC Chili in the building.
How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in.
We
got Yo, it's your boy Leo.
Yes, grab him because he is that knockoff.
We got Big Daddy Gaming. Hey, how are you? Welcome in.
How you doing?
We got Uniquely Lavish.
Okay, is you getting drunk on the weekend?
Yes. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Congratulations on your monetization.
Yes, yes. We got Cooking with Q and Mel in the building.
Hey, Cooking.
We got DC's World. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in.
We was just in your husband's live.
We got Raymond Bestie.
We got Bestie in the building. Okay.
How are you? Welcome
he said everybody move over.
Welcome in. We got Life Magical Journey.
Hey, boo.
How you doing?
They said, is you magical?
Oh, no. Welcome in. Welcome in. Make sure you guys share. Make sure you guys share.
Yeah, share with everybody. Share with your friends. Share with your enemies. Share with your one-night stand. Share with that man down the street.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Just share, honey. Don't be scared of the show now.
We have a lovely guest backstage for you guys.
Okay, she came all the way from Paris.
Yes.
Just to spend time with us.
Yes. Make sure you guys share.
Yeah, share with everybody.
Yes. Thank you.
We need some comfortable chairs.
Yeah, we probably can get some.
You need to pay for some immediately.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Welcome in. Welcome. Yes. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Also,
what y'all doing?
If you did miss Uniquely Lavish's monetization, there's still time to give her a coin, honey.
Ooh, now give her a coin.
Yes,
honey.
welcome in. Make sure you share out.
Okay.
Welcome to the interview, guys.
By the time friend was done, she was a billionaire, honey.
Yes, she was.
You better go ahead, friend girl.
Yes, thank you for putting the emojis. Shout out to all the members in the building.
Yes, we're gonna give people some time to come in because you know these notifications are late, tied, and delayed, honey.
Tied, delayed, and they're through.
Okay, and they are through.
Yes, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So
thank you everybody that was here yesterday. We had a blast talking about attics and basements and chewing gum and everything else. Honey.
Chewing gum, basements, everything.
Okay, girl.
Yes, attics, basements, everybody.
Not everybody, honey.
Yes, attics and basements.
I did share out. You know.
Yes.
What's today? Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yes. You know what they say about Saturday, honey.
Mm-hmm.
A good day to drink, honey. Okay.
Yes, for a good stiff one.
Yeah, we all like a good stiff one. Okay.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yes. All right, we got one more minute before we bring up our guests, guys.
You know, you could wait until 8:10, girl. One more minute, honey.
Yeah. We're waiting until 8:10.
Okay, honey. Give the people some time to come in, honey.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome in. Shout out to the 10 that's in the building.
What is going on here, bro?
Welcome in.
Yes.
Welcome in, guys.
Okay. Girl, how many times you gonna say that? Welcome in, honey. Not you a whole robot, girl.
A robot?
Do the robot dance.
I am never a robot.
Well, that ain't what they said, honey. Okay.
Never a robot.
Ooh, never a robot.
Just sharing. All right.
Well, share, honey.
Just sharing.
We got 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. We can talk for 3 more minutes. Okay.
Yes.
It says we got 10 people in the building. Well, don't be shy. If there's anybody in the back, come on in. Say hi.
Say hi.
We don't bite unless you're paying, okay?
Yeah, we don't bite unless you're paying,
okay,
honey.
We all need a good coin, honey. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to give it 2 more minutes.
2 more minutes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hey, coming in from Facebook. Hi, April Lopez.
Hey, April. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
I'm Leo, the dark-skinned one.
And I'm Winston. Hey, love to travel with Wave.
Yes, it's you, the Wavies.
Oh, no. We got April Lopez coming in from Facebook.
You got to let people know who you used to be because they be getting us confused. They be thinking Leo's the light-skinned one. I said, no.
Yes.
Leo is the dark-skinned one.
If you would like to join us on YouTube, it's House of X Entertainment.
Yes, they said, do you like chocolate or vanilla?
Yes.
Thank you. Nice to meet y'all.
Nice to meet you too. Well, come on in from YouTube if you have YouTube.
Hey, Tricky Trap.
What's up, Trap Vision? We got Rochelle Vantable. Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Welcome in. Trap Vision said, what it do, family?
We are chilling. I seen your oh my God, you had the controller in your hand and then you were showing you're watching the camera.
Yes. Welcome in.
Yes, if you guys don't know each other, get to know each other, everybody.
Yes, welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here.
We got 1 more minute.
One more minute before we bring up our lovely guest.
Okay, she flew in all the way from Paris, y'all.
All the way from Paris.
Okay, is you from Paris?
Or no? Okay. Love to Travel said, what's up? Okay.
What do you have me drinking? This tastes like Kool-Aid.
That's lemonade.
Honey, the bootleg version.
That's Crystal Light.
The bootleg version, girl.
It's not bootleg version.
Anybody in here drink Crystal Light? Don't that sound like a drug, y'all? Crystal Light.
It's healthy.
Ain't that like crystal meth or something, girl?
It's healthy. Dark skin is the new orange.
Ooh, okay. And don't you forget it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe no matter. I'm putting on a little bit of chapstick, you know. Got to keep the lips nice and moist. Never know who's watching.
Well, how much time you gonna put dark lipstick chapstick on?
My lips are one of my best features, honey. I don't care.
Well, woo woo.
What is one of your best features?
My hair.
Your hair. I guess. You need some new curls is what you need, girl.
New curls. Okay.
That's dry, honey, okay?
You tried it.
You must be using that $1.99 gel.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready to bring up our guest?
Can I have the napkin, please? Is the guest ready?
Is our guest ready?
I said a napkin, not 3, you fool.
All right.
Here.
Guys, bring it to the stage. our lovely friend. She is a pharmacy tech assistant, guys. We love her so much. She's so amazing in her field and what she do. Bring it to the stage for the first time on the Xclusive show, none other than Catherine. Hey, welcome in.
Everything's well. Thanks for asking. How you guys doing?
Good. Welcome to the show.
I was crying backstage. I cannot with you.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, guys.
All right.
We have April here.
Hi, April. We got Trap Vision. Everybody is in the building. So all the mods,
with y'all.
make sure you welcome the folks in. You guys are free to ask questions. Make sure you just put your X and then the question, guys.
Okay, y'all know the rules.
Yes.
If you don't, ask them, okay?
All right.
Because you know there's rules to people's channel, child.
Yes. So
some people got too many rules, but we're not going to go there.
Yes. Do you got the first question or I got the first one?
Honestly, when we wrote this, I don't know who has the first question. Do I have the first or do you have the Go over your I think I'm following your lead on this one.
All right. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Don't be nervous. Be yourself.
All right.
Remember, smile for the camera. You know.
Okay. How did you get into the healthcare industry?
Good question. Well, I was working as a bartender for a while, and I was doing nighttime night shifts, and I was tired of it. I just wanted a 9 to 5 so I can wake up with my loved ones because I was getting home when they were going to sleep. I landed on a pharmacy job. I was a clerk, and I worked my way up. I started learning everything there was to be a technician and got promoted, and I've been doing that ever since. That was 2015. Been doing that for a little while. Yeah, it's my passion. I love to do it. Love helping people.
Okay.
That's the year we got married.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
You probably forgot.
So you spoke about the bartender life. So
we might as well go right into that question.
Yeah. So being a bartender, like what was the goods and the bads about it?
Well, the goods was when it was really busy. Everything was just quick, in and out, get people drunk. Was my motive, of course. The worst part of it was when people were drunk and didn't know how to handle their liquor, right? That was annoying, having to have somebody escort them out the establishment. But overall, it was enjoyable. It was a good lifestyle for how long it lasted.
Okay.
Well, being a bartender is good. Don't you guys get more tips the more drunk they are?
Oh yes.
Okay, so yes, everybody, if you are in the bartending world, get them drunk, get them coins.
Absolutely.
3D said bartending work is crazy.
It is.
It says bartender work is crazy.
I'm assuming you were a bartender, sir.
It's worse when you have to close.
Oh, okay. What's the difference between opening and closing?
Well, opening, you have to set up for everybody that's coming in. Closing, you have to pick up all the everyone left over.
Even like if they threw up and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay, now wait a minute. Time out. Don't they have a cleaning person for that?
Yeah, but we had to also help. It was part of the job.
Oh no, honey. If I'm bartending, I'm only doing bartending. You ain't gonna have me sweeping and cleaning and folding jackets. Oh no.
Yeah, but it was
not with my job description.
In certain jobs, I would actually drink with the people that were coming in. They would buy me drinks, so that was fun.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
As long as they tipping, honey.
Right.
Wow. That's crazy. Hey, Nadea, welcome in.
I think we have is this a question or no?
No, that's Jason from Facebook.
Hey, Jason from Facebook.
Hi, Jason.
Jason, do you want to be a group home study member for the handicap? That is the question.
Yeah, that is the question.
Okay, what would that consist of? That sounds interesting.
And then Trap Vision says she's a baller. All right.
Yeah. Trap Vision says she's a baller.
All right, for balling out of control.
Leo's about to bartend. Hell yeah. You have the personality for it too.
I worked in the club, but I was an entertainer. I wasn't a bartender.
All right, you'll go.
Well, are we still talking about bartender, or you want to go to the next question?
Next question.
I don't want to go left and y'all right, okay?
No, next question.
All right, you're going to have me looking up crazy now. Next question. How's your experience being a supervisor?
There's moments that I have that's challenging for me, but I pull through because I have the patience for it, right? Certain situations get out of hand and I got to bring it back together, which is annoying, right? But it's part of the job. This is what I signed up for.
Okay.
I know that's right.
What are some of your dislikes and likes about working in a pharmacy?
One of my dislikes is when a certain medication isn't covered for a patient and this person really needs it and cannot pay out of pocket for it. That breaks my heart every single time because it's hard. You know, some people don't have the money to pay for medication. And the insurance is like, screw that. You ain't getting it. There's certain leeways and loopholes, but when I can't get through them, it gets a little complicated for me.
Okay.
I hate telling people it's not covered, you have to pay out of pocket, and then when it's super expensive, it just is difficult.
Yeah.
It's one of the,
do they do payment plans or no?
You know what? It depends on the pharmacy.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the pharmacy.
So with that type of situation where you work, and the person can't afford the medicine, do you guys offer them a payment plan or try to substitute the medicine?
Yes, substitution is very important. We will get in touch with a doctor and get get it switched to something that is covered by the insurance. But the thing with that is it could take days for that to be approved because it has to go through the doctor, then through the insurance. The insurance tells the doctor, okay, the doctor has to contact us. If we don't have the medication in store, we bill it, have to order the medication. So it could get complicated, yes.
But during that process, do the customers sometimes normally curse you out?
Sometimes, because they always think it's the pharmacy's fault. They don't understand. But my job is to help them understand, this is the process and it may take this amount of days. And, they start to understand like, okay, it's not her problem. It's not her fault. So let me just back up and just wait till she gives me a call and tells me everything is good, ready to pick up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. How many years of experience do you have in your field?
I've been doing it since 2015.
So 2015, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Did you ever had the
So that's like 7, next year will be 7 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that you're in the field that you're in, did you ever had any doubts about giving up or changing fields?
Actually, what I've been thinking about is actually getting back into school and becoming a pharmacist myself.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, because when you become a pharmacist, a lot of doors just open up for you. You can have your own store, right? Your own employees. You don't have to work for anyone, right?
Okay, independent, throw your hands.
Right.
So once you become a pharmacist, that means some of the pharmacy tech assistants will be working under your license.
Right, exactly. Correct. Without the pharmacist, there is no pharmacy.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember earlier we were discussing that the pharmacist at where you work, she's older. So basically, what would happen if she was to leave?
Well, we would have to replace her. And we wouldn't be able, if we don't have someone ASAP, we wouldn't be able to open the pharmacy area in the store. We wouldn't be able to dispense medication. We would be frozen, basically. Unable to do anything. Disabled, if you may. Right. So it's an important role in a pharmacy.
Is that the same thing like for a big pharmacy, let's say for instance like Walgreens and Dwayne Reed too?
So yeah, that goes across all pharmacy. The pharmacy board is involved when it comes to pharmacy, and you have to have a licensed professional in the store in order to run.
I think he was answering her question from earlier. I don't think it's
well, Catherine, I work for a company pharmacy store in Kingsbridge University and Kingsbridge Road. I help the company owner with flyers and stock boys and sales in the halls.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. You guys are also free to ask questions as well.
Yes, just put an X.
Yes.
Jason, what do you do specifically? Are you the clerk? Do you handle, the whatever is leaving the store? What do you do? Tell us a little more.
Yes, Jason. What do you do specifically? Okay, I think I have the next one. Yes. Okay. I think you did answer this, but you can elaborate a little bit. So we did go over it, but you can elaborate a little bit. What do you tell a client when insurance doesn't cover for the medicine, and how do you help them?
So usually if I can't get something covered, what I do automatically is reach out to the doctor for an alternative drug that it's
Mhm.
preferred by the insurance. So the insurance, the process, if you receive a medication electronically online on the computer in
Mhm.
the software, when you get it, you bill it to the insurance. The insurance is either going to pay for it, or it's going to tell you it needs a prior authorization, which involves the doctor. The doctor would have to then call the insurance, tell them that it's approved or the reason why the patient is using it. Get back to the pharmacy, tell them, it's going to take this however long. The pharmacy bills it when they get the approval. If
Mhm.
not, the doctor has no choice but giving an alternative of the preferred drug. The insurance usually tells us we're willing and able to bill, to pay for this one. So that's the one we have to bill. So it's our job is to communicate with the doctors and let them know, like, hey, no, this isn't gonna work. Can we give this instead? Um, Prioritizations take a little long. Giving an alternative, it's a snap of a finger. Depends how fast the doctor, responds to the call. Sometimes I have to leave messages, which is annoying. Could take a while. Sometimes the message gets lost, so I have to try again the next day. But while that's happening, I like to keep the patient informed. Like, look, this is what's going on. Hang in there. As soon as I hear anything, I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you say it takes a while for all of that, you mean like months or weeks?
No, let's see, the longest I've waited would be maybe like 5 days
Okay.
for it all to be resolved. I've had, yeah, 5 days, I'll say.
Okay, so that's like a week.
That's like a
Right,
way.
but it gets a little complicated when it's like a diabetic medication or high
Yeah.
blood
Ooh,
pressure.
yeah.
Um, it gets complicated when it's, I mean, everything is important when it comes to health, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can see which one is more important. Like a vitamin, you can wait, right? That's not going to be a big deal if you miss it for a week. Diabetic medication or high blood pressure, you can end up in the hospital if you're not taking these medications, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
kind of a issue if we're waiting 5 days. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Right.
have a
So
question.
doctors also give priorities to things like that. If they,
Mhm.
depending on the drug, they're like, oh, you got to work a little quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a question from the audience. Uniquely Lavish says, how long did it take you to learn how to read and write prescriptions?
So I don't write prescriptions. I interpret them, I read them, and I type them up. We use SIGs, which is abbreviations to make things quicker when we're typing the prescriptions. It took me maybe 6 months to a year. I'm calculating because I was a clerk when I first started my first position at the pharmacy I worked in initially. So 6 months after I became a technician, and yeah, I'm gonna say 6 months. You just gotta really learn the table, and it's mostly in Greek.
Oh
Um,
wow.
right.
So the to type in the different names of the medication is in Greek and not in English?
The directions, actually.
Oh wow.
So it's
Yeah,
in a different language.
yeah.
Oh my
So how do you
god.
have to figure that out?
It's just I think I just got used to it, honestly. Yeah, like they would type in 2 tablets by mouth BID, which means twice a day,
Mhm.
or QID, which means 4 times a day. It's a
Mhm.
it's a little complex. Yeah,
Okay.
So
but
what if
as
it's like
you
a syringe?
filled with what?
Let's say diabetic
So,
medicine.
an example, let's say a high blood pressure medication, let's say lisinopril, 5 milligram. The doctor wants to take, the doctor wrote 1 tablet, 1 T, PO, BID, 1 tablet by mouth. PO is by mouth. BID is twice a day. So we have to interpret that in a language that you guys would understand. But as soon as we type in those SIGs, that's what it transfers to English, or if not in Spanish. However, we have the profile for the patient, it would transmit it into that language.
Oh, and so when you do pick up the medicine and all of that information is on the thing.
Right. So it would be in your language, English or Spanish or Chinese or whatever language you speak.
Yes,
and you have to
the languages,
and you have to remember all of that.
Yeah, I do have to remember all of that. I also have to remember what the medications are for.
All right.
And how to say them.
Okay. That's crazy.
Some of them are crazy.
That paycheck, girl.
Yeah. I think you're wrong.
Okay, next question is, do you have to train the people when they get hired?
Technicians, yes. Excuse me. Technicians, yes. But if you're a technician and you're certified by the state board or by New York State, you should know basically the ins and outs of being a technician, which is everyone as a technician community, let's say, everyone knows the same thing, right? But you would have to teach that person the way you do it at that pharmacy. That would be the only thing we would have to teach our ways. Like, oh, we do this certain way, we get these people this. That type of thing we do teach, but being a technician is just one sole thing that everyone should know as a technician.
So what happens if they're not certified then?
You can actually practice in New York State still without a pharmacy technician license. There was a law that was going to go in effect, but I think they slowed it down because of COVID. Actually, technicians in New York State can vaccinate with immunization privileges because of COVID now too, something that they didn't do before.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Wow. We have a question from...
So that's like more work for you guys.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I don't vaccinate, by the way. I'm all the way good. The pharmacist could take care of that herself, but there are technicians that do vaccinate.
Yes. We have a question from Love to Travel. She says, what's the average salary for a technician?
That's a great question. Not everyone gets paid the same. You see, it's with experience. So I would say the average salary starting maybe $34,000 a year, maybe a little more.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the starting pay.
So for you, because you came in to where you are now with experience, so that's about the range that you make?
No.
He tried it.
Welcome in, everyone. Okay.
Yes, thank you for everybody being here. Feel free to ask questions.
Yes.
Just put the X before you ask your question.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what are some advice you can give to someone that wants to be a pharmacy technician?
Oh, yes. I would say start from the bottom. Because, okay, fine. Let's say you do go to school and you pass the technician certification and you get licensed. From that to being an experience, from that to actually doing the technician job is two different things. Because they don't teach you what it is to bill on the software. They don't teach you this. I mean, the SIGs, yeah, they do teach it. They do. It's just, it gets a little more complicated when you're in the actual store than when it's in school. And pharmacists will agree with that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. So I would say the experience is a little more important. The licensing, of course, is a piece of paper and it gives you permission to do it. But from being a licensed technician and having the experience is just, it's a big gap.
Okay. Sure. Question from Uniquely Lavish. Do you prefer a pill counter or a counter
by hand
or counting by
hand? You know what? That's a great question. I prefer a pill counter just because it makes things faster. But a counting tray is just as good. The counting tray actually gives you more of accuracy. So you know how much pills are really going in there. Sometimes the pill counter could count 3 and it's actually 1, you know? So the tray is nice to use, but when it comes to like 90 capsules official you, now you want to throw yourself on the floor because now you got to count all these gels and make sure that you don't lose count. There's other things happening in the store. There's people out there talking. So it's just a lot of distractions. Gotta focus.
So you have like a machine that you put the pills in and it counts for you?
Right. So there's this machine that you actually throw the medication in and it counts it for you one by one. Right. But sometimes it's not accurate. Now the tray is the cheaper alternative, right? Because the machine costs about $6,000. That's a little more expensive, I would say. But when you're working in a busy store and you're doing 500 prescriptions a day, it comes in handy. Mm-hmm. So it's depends who the owner is and how much money they're trying to spend, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, could you explain the difference for people that didn't know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yeah. I was spoiled for some time with the pill counter. Now I'm doing it on the tray. I don't mind it. It's just more. It's time consuming.
So that's you counting it yourself,
right? So it's a tray, and you throw them on there, and you do. I do them by fives because if not, I'm gonna be there forever.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, that's a lot of counting, hey?
Oh, imagine one is a 90-day supply and they're taking this medication 4 times a day. That's 360 tablets you have to count one by one. That's insane.
Angie Pooh says, Catherine, nice hair.
Thank you.
So let's back up for a moment. So before you actually, where you're working now as a supervisor, pharmacy tech and everything, you started off where?
As a clerk.
So in a pharmacy.
In a pharmacy, yeah. The pharmacy that I worked previously to the one I'm at now. I started as a clerk. So the clerk's responsibility is just introducing themselves to the customer, making a great ambience when they come into the store, and checking in to see what they're here for. New prescriptions coming in, something that was refilled, that's ready already, or whatever item they're trying to buy in the store. So I started there as a clerk, and when I knew and saw what a technician could do, I was like, I want to do that because it's more money. I always thought about making more money. And I was interested in the medications and what they were used for and how they work in your body. So I started shadowing the technicians that were at that store. So every time I would have a couple of minutes, I would run to the back and check to see what they were doing. Then I would go back to the front and finish there.
So you were mostly like the person that would give the customers their medicine when they come pick up.
Right, exactly. So I would have to scan them out and give them their medications. Being a clerk is a little tricky too because you have to handle those medications and you have to make sure that what's in that bag belongs in that bag and who you're giving to is the right, giving the medication to is the right person.
We got Destiny S in the building saying that's my sister.
Hey.
Love to Travel got a question saying, do you recommend generic medicine to most customers?
It's a great question. I can't recommend anything, right? Because I'm the technician. I'm just typing up what the doctor sent over. Most managed, let's see if I can short-term this. Most patients that come into our store have Medicaid, which is a managed care. So they have Medicaid along with another insurance, let's say Health First, Fidelis. Those insurances like to pay for generic medication. They don't want to pay for the brand because, of course, the branding medication is more expensive than the generic. So with that being said, the store is full of generic medication, but there are some leeways. Some patients really cannot take the generic medication because it does something to their body, or the insurance actually prefers to pay for the brand. So it's a hit or miss. When it comes to
that, and they could be allergic to the genetic.
Some people come back and they say, oh my God, something's wrong. I didn't react right to this medication because they've possibly taken the brand name medication before. But if that doctor on the prescription doesn't DAW it to a Y.
What's DAWA?
So dispense as written. So this dispense as written would be with the brand name medication. So now that's another story. If the insurance says, hell no, I'm not going to pay for this one, I would have to call the doctor, let them know, hey, this isn't going to be covered. You have to call for a prior authorization. They'll call, get it approved. I can bill it and give it to the patient.
Okay. What if they have like ARP or what's that other
Medicare?
Insurance? Yeah.
Yeah, that's covered. It covers a good majority of medications. Let's say if your second insurance doesn't pay for it, we could tackle that one, and sometimes it does. Okay. Sometimes it's covered. It's I'm really playing with insurances all day. That's my job. Right.
You said you all look wonderful.
Thank you. Do you ever like get a headache?
Every day. Every single day. But it's worth it. I mean, I'm helping the community. And where I'm working at now, I feel like it's such a great location because that's exactly what was missing in that piece. I just think he did a wonderful job. He did great. The owner putting it exactly where it is.
That's good because nobody wants to travel really to go to work. You need something where you can walk to it because it'll save you some money.
Right, absolutely. And we also deliver, which most pharmacies do as well. So it's convenient for those patients that can't make it to the pharmacy. So that's
yeah, they might have walkers or leg problems or something like that.
Right. Is your store Black owned?
It is, which is the best part about it. I enjoy working there so much because of that too. It's Black owned. The owner is actually African.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Yes. So different. It's great.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You got the next one.
I know that. I was sipping my juice. Can I swallow, please? Thank you.
What have you?
Miss Mary be over here trying it, girl. You need to work on them curls again, honey. Okay. Next question. Do you plan on opening your own store?
Oh my God. That's why I think that it would be great if I become a pharmacist, because as a pharmacist, I would know all the laws and regulations to having a pharmacy, and then there won't be any leeway for mistakes or getting audited, if you may.
Yeah.
Right. So you would have the upper hand if you were a pharmacist and you actually own the pharmacy.
Is that your main goal next after what you're doing now?
I hope so.
How long does it take you to finish school to become a pharmacist?
About 6 years. And that's
you got time.
Straight, not taking breaks. 6 years.
6 years straight?
Yeah.
Do you like school?
I mean, I could do it. Yeah, I could sit through it. Do I like school? I don't know. But if I have to, I would.
Love to Travel says, have you ever had a situation where a handwritten prescription by the doctor was difficult to read?
Absolutely. I have to run to the pharmacist so they could figure it out. Sometimes if we both can't figure it out, I would have to call the doctor. Like I just had a situation last week. Same situation. The doctor wrote, I don't know what on the prescription. I tried my hardest to interpret what was written. I got some of it right. I went to the pharmacist. I said, can you? He said, I'm not sure. So I had to call the doctor. I said, what is this? Excuse me. He told me really quickly and hung up. I get it. You guys are busy, but damn. You want to know something? It's rare that we get a written prescription to the pharmacy. We get a lot of electronic prescriptions right through the software.
Okay.
Is that coffee or juice?
This is actually iced tea.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody loves iced tea.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not an iced tea drinker like that.
What kind of what juice do you like? What's your favorite juice?
I like kiwi strawberry.
Okay. I like kiwi strawberry too with some vodka.
Oh, I just meant the regular juice. We can do vodka.
Yes.
Some alcohol, right?
Hello, Cruz. Welcome in, Cruz.
Ariana. Hello.
How was your experience working as a bartender in Applebee's?
It was oh my God. It was good. It was different.
I think
a lot of different people going in there, a lot of different personalities. I had my good days, I had my bad days, which is okay. Has to balance out. But it was different working with that crowd. Not bad. Okay. I worked in Queens a couple times too, which was great.
In Applebee's?
No, it was just a private bar. that were owned by one of my friends' friends, and I would just go there on weekends and I would work. That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Just got tired of the late nights. But hey, maybe one day.
Wow. That's good. That's crazy. You know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's got to be dangerous. Going home late night,
Right.
especially
I
if you
hate
live
it.
in the Bronx and you got to travel to Queens.
Yeah, the
Right. So
train,
take,
The
yeah.
trains,
system.
and then you got
The
the
good thing
bums.
is, oh man, it was so convenient because he would take me there. And by the time he was hammered done, I would bring us back.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. So it was it was good. It was
Well,
good.
it's a good thing you wasn't drinking.
Honey.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Information Showman. Thank you so much. Tasha Society has says, hey, I used to work as a pharmacy tech. All I would say, we do not get the appreciation we deserve.
I know that's
You
right.
are definitely right, but you want to know something, Tasha? It depends who you work for, honestly, because this guy that I work for now, I've been working for him. I opened the pharmacy with him. It's a brand new pharmacy. And he is extremely grateful. We can actually have a conversation on how we're going to fix things, which is completely different from my last job. So I enjoy actually working for this, my employer. But it could get really, really tricky. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from actually.
Jay Cruz.
Jay Cruz says, what other things you have done outside of your role that help you with your career path?
Awesome. That's a good question, Kenny. So I think that bartending actually really gave me the patience that I needed when it came to handling people or the customer service, better said. Um, so I feel that having bartended before helped me just like for all the doors to open for me when it comes to customer service. Because I mean, if I made it there, I think I can make it anywhere when it comes to people. I've always been a people's person, so yeah, the bartending definitely helped.
Yeah, because customer service number one, you first have to be able to tolerate people,
right,
and speak to people in a nice
That
way.
sounds like YouTube all over again, girl. You got to tolerate the people, learn how to speak them, then they give you the
different
coin.
personalities, different reactions, and how you handle. Right, somebody comes in with an attitude, flip it, make them leave with a smile. It gets complicated sometimes, and it's challenging on some days, but you got to pull through because if not, you're gonna just deal with that every single time.
Amen. Tasha Society says that's true. People say that it depends on who you work for.
Absolutely, I agree 1,000%. It's very true. Having lived it, I can say that myself.
Absolutely.
You work for.
Absolutely. I think you got the next one, Leo.
Well, I think I was supposed to ask my question, then you were supposed to ask yours because we wrote down the same question.
Oh.
But
let's hear from the people watching too. Let's get some questions in there. I'm excited.
Yes, guys. If you have any questions, please put an X.
My next question was, what did you do before you failed? You asked.
I asked. I'm sorry.
Question. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. So
have you ever had a bad experience with a customer?
Yeah. I have. You want to know something? And it had nothing to do with medications because we are doing a lot of COVID vaccines in the store. And initially, we started without appointment because it's an underserved community. We knew that all these people had to get vaccinated, right? So we did it without appointment, and everybody just got out of hand. People would be on top of people. And I would be stressed out all day repeating the same thing, like give yourself some distance because COVID is still a thing and you guys aren't respecting each other's space. And then they will bombard you with, oh, I'm finished with my document. Can you take this now? Please, I'm in a rush. I got to go to work. So we stopped doing it, walking, and we set to appointments only. And it's eliminated a lot of congestion and just problems in the pharmacy when it comes to these vaccines. But I had a lot of people just come in there and huff and puff and curse like, oh, these people are taking so long. Listen, we are doing the best that we can, and it's
Mhm.
walk-in. Of course, when you hear walk-in, wouldn't you assume with something a state of emergency, we're still dealing with COVID. Wouldn't you assume that there's people come just barging in there trying to just get their vaccine? If I were you, I would come earlier, get this
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
get out. There was this one person that she was literally next, and she said, "Give me my card, rip up my paper, I'm leaving." And I'm like, "Miss, you're next in line. Like you're about to come in right after this person that leaves." Nope, she cut me off. She said, "No, give me my stuff, I'm leaving." After she waited half an hour,
Oh
she left.
wow.
Wow.
I didn't understand the logic, but that was on her. I actually had to make her a new card because I had already written that she received her vaccine, which was even more frustrating. Like, oh my God, now I have to sit here and write this one out. But
That's crazy. Tasha Society says the pharmacy you meet difficult personalities. I had some through people
I had some tough
the
people.
people I had some tough people. I had customers
Customers
jump
jump
over
over the
the
counter. Oh,
counter.
not jump over the
Oh
counter.
my.
But when I was there, people would act right because I really cared. Oh,
yeah.
not
Wow.
they jumping over the counter, child.
People
Right. They
do
wanted to
that?
do
Of
they
course,
wanted
they
to
want
do
their
the do
medication,
themselves. Get out of
girl.
there.
What?
That's insane.
Let me see what Cruz says. I would imagine it's very hard to stay professional with all these personalities.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is hard.
Yes. We have a question from Uniquely Lavish. Have you ever encountered someone you knew who
Refuse to pick
refused to
up
pick up
their.
their prescriptions from you?
Yeah, actually, I've had people that would refuse, or you know what? We actually call the patients when their medications are ready. Okay, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm gonna go grab it. It's like more than a week already that passed, and they still haven't. And by law, we have to actually reverse their medications after 2 weeks of it being hanged up. After it's been ready, after 2 weeks, 14 days, we have to actually reverse the claim, remove the sticker, put the medicine either back in the bottle or on the shelf with the expiration. It's a whole process. So when people don't come pick up the medications, I'm stressed because I just worked and now I have to, reverse this claim and just put it back like
So
a waste of time. I just it's
so do
terrible.
the pharmacy lose money when you have to do that?
Oh yeah, of course, because we just gave back, we just gave back the money that we had already to the
All
insurance
right.
because we didn't actually dispense the medication. The patient never came to pick it up.
Okay.
And by law, we would get in trouble if, like, let's say an inspector comes into the store and something's been hung up for more than 14 days, they can fine us. So we have to be on top of that too.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
And you
crazy.
don't want to find. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
Next question. How are the hours different from your old job and what hours are better?
Hours are very different. I actually I work 10 hours a day. I work from 9 to 7, Monday through Friday. So I do 50 hours a week. My last job, I worked from 9 to 5, or I used to alternate either 10 to 6, 11 to 7, or 9 to 5. But in this job, it wasn't offered to me that way. And when I got interviewed and they hired me, we agreed on me working Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's a little
Okay.
tough to
So these
navigate.
hours are better.
I'm sorry.
These hours are better.
Well, the hours before were better, but the money now is great, so I'm not complaining.
That's
Oh, okay.
that's
Right,
wonderful. Yeah, that's
right.
wonderful.
Okay, so the next question. Do you get to make the schedules?
Um, Almost everyone at that store works 9 to 7.
Oh, okay. So the
But
schedule's already made.
right, but there are some people that have off on certain days. Like, you guys know that I'm off on weekends, and then the
Hmm.
young lady that works with me, the technician, she is off on Fridays, so I work by myself.
How is that if you're working by yourself on a Friday?
Um, it's a little tough. Because I have to be on top of the prescriptions that are coming in, the refills that the people are requesting, the appointments that people are making over the phone, the people coming in for their COVID vaccine. So it gets a little crazy in there on Fridays, but we pull through and we've been doing it like this for a couple months. So
How do you get to take your lunch break if it's only you?
You know what? Since we started taking appointments only, I left 2 o'clock till 3 open because we're allowed to take an hour break. So I left 2 to 3. Like no one can that we close that time actually on the scheduling. We don't take anyone. We don't help anyone. Goodbye. It's our time to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people be so upset. They come in the store, they eating. Yeah, we need our energy to keep helping and making things flow. But I think people forget we're humans too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to eat, man.
Honey.
Right, right.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't even get to take my break.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah. But shoosh. I try my
Yes.
best to get food in my stomach.
Yeah, you definitely
You
have to.
have to.
Yeah, definitely. I'll pass out for sure.
Was there ever a time that you were late?
To work?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, yeah. Because the area where I work, there's barely any parking. So even if I get there at 8:15, I'm not walking into the store till like 8:40. If I leave my house a little late or I get caught in traffic, it's really slow for 9 o'clock. I get in like 9:15. And you know what's worse? That I am the key holder. So if I don't get there on time and my clerk that has a key as well doesn't get there on time, everybody's late.
Oh
Which
wow.
looks terrible. I hate it. But the owner understands that we have cars and that the parking is terrible. So there's kind of a leeway, if you may.
Okay.
Wow. That's crazy. Sasha Society says, yeah, they will request to go and get off
Right.
Yeah, to get
break.
her off break. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Girl, I respect you because I know what you are going through.
For real.
Question from Love to Travel. What is the basic time during the year of pharmacy?
So the busiest time during the year is definitely after September, which is when kids go into school. You know, flu season, everybody gets sick because it's change of weather.
Mm-hmm.
And then it slows down during the summer.
Why?
Yeah, people are traveling. People are, I guess, not getting as sick.
Oh
But
wow.
definitely after September, it gets really busy.
After so like September, October, November,
Right.
December.
Yeah, straight through until the summer. Summer slows down.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
I think this is the question.
Oh wow. We have a question from Cruz. Have you ever encountered people who cannot afford their medicine? If so, what do you do in the situation?
Right. So I would have to definitely get on the phone with the doctor to see if I can get an alternative to whatever medication they sent over that the insurance actually would pay for, which could be a back and forth. Like I said before, it could take up to 5 days.
So if they didn't have insurance, they got to pay out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And what if
They better get on that corner and shake a little leg.
then what if they don't have enough?
You know what? Sometimes I just do my very best to get the cheapest price I can in those situations.
For the medicine.
Right.
Have you ever like got that? Have you ever had to do that at your pharmacy?
Yes.
So you would have to give them a generic brand.
Well, we only deal with generic unless it's prescribed as brand with the DAW.
Okay.
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 Right.
Wow. Is that with every pharmacy that they only sell generic?
Right.
All
Because
pharmacies?
yes, because most of these managed care insurances. So CVS Caremark is a big PBM. I don't want to go into much detail because it will be here forever.
You could go ahead.
A lot of pharmacies take Medicaid. Medicaid has another, well, unless you have straight Medicaid, usually people don't have straight Medicaid. Straight Medicaid is great, by the way. They pay for everything. But also these secondary insurances, which we consider like Fidelis, Metro Plus, those insurance would prefer to pay for a generic medication only because it's cheaper. Brand name medications are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless there's like a reason why this patient can take the generic medication, then the doctor would have to specify that on the prescription, and we will do our best to get the brand covered. by the insurance.
We have a question from Shy Sarai. I sometimes pick up prescriptions for my aunt, and all I need is her name and date of birth. Have you ever had someone
It's a great
steal
question.
someone's medicine that way?
Actually, I haven't had someone steal someone's medication. Well, I don't know. You guys tell me. There was this one time I was working at my first pharmacy job, and a couple will always come into the store. We had a great relationship. They will always come straight to me because that's how it is. When you work in a pharmacy, you treat these patients good. They want to go to the same person, right? I do the same thing as well. So, anyway, so this couple used to come into the pharmacy at the same time, used to come pick up medications for each other, right? There was this one day, I guess they were going through things. The wife came into the store. She said, "Can I have my husband's medication?" I've always seen them together. I've always given them each other's medications. That day, she picked up for her husband. I gave it to her myself, and her husband called the store and he was angry. And he said, "Why did you give her my medication?" And I said, "That's your wife. You guys are always here. You guys are always picking up for each other. Unless you tell me not to, I'm going to give her the drug." He was pissed because they had a situation going on. No one informed me about it. And I gave her his medication and he was very upset.
Wow.
So yeah, date of birth and full name is what we require every time you come pick up a medication. But we like to verify, unless we know the patient, of course, that's coming to pick up the medication. But we always like to verify, the address of the patient, apartment number, and the phone number as well.
So because you're like so outgoing and your customer service is great, do you get a lot of folks wanting to always deal with you?
Yes, I do. I do. And that gets a little complicated sometimes because I want to help everyone. Of course, I love every single person that comes into that store. We have a great relationship. And, sometimes I'm caught up in the back doing other people's medications and I cannot just let this one go to go help you. So I feel so bad when I can't attend to their whatever they need. But they've been doing well. They let other people help them, which is great.
So you need like 3 of you.
Right. I wish I could do that. Copy and paste myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a question from Cruz. So when it's prescribed
prescription
name brand, you have to order it from somewhere?
That's a good question. So yeah, once it's approved by the insurance and I get a paid claim for it, I do have to order it from my wholesaler, and my wholesaler delivers it the next day. So they just have to wait one day.
Okay. So that's like with the brand name, you have to order it from somewhere else.
So the brand name, I could also order it from my wholesaler. Since we don't stock up on brand names, and if the provider, of course, sends a brand name medication with the DAWY, I have to order it, right? Because it was paid for. So I would have to tell the customer, like, "Hey, we don't give anyone else this medication. I have to order it for you." They usually don't give me a hard time. "Okay, fine. We'll come back tomorrow. Can you please deliver it?" So I haven't had any problems when it comes to that because I always follow up and they love it.
How many years will you have to go into school to become a pharmacist? A
pharmacist takes 6 years.
6
to complete,
years.
Yeah, 6 years to become a PharmMD.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a long time. But I mean,
Shasha Rice has a question. Sorry if you answered, but what qualifications or education did you need to become a pharmacy tech? Seems like you need to be good at math.
Yes, it's true. It's you do need to be good at math. So when you go for your pharmacy technician license, when you actually sit in class or you're reading the book, they actually go step by step on how to get the calculations for medications. Seems like you do need to be good at math. You need to be good at math because there's some prescriptions that the doctor sends over. I'm going to give you an example. The doctor can send over amoxicillin for a child or anything that has an antibiotic to just shorten it. So the doctor sends over an antibiotic and the doctor puts the medication to be converted into the kilogram weight of the child. Now that gets a little complicated because you have to do the math. You have to see how much the child weighs so you can determine how much the child is going to consume of the medication. So that's very important. So it does get tricky. But the best part about it is when you have a great team, if you don't know it, someone else does.
Okay. So weight of the, so you have to guess the weight of the child?
You actually have to get the accurate weight. So you would have to communicate with the parent, like how much does your child weigh? And you will do the calculations based off that.
Oh, wow.
Get the amount of medication that they're going to take. Could be 5 mLs, which is a teaspoon. It could be 15 mLs. It could be 10. So it depends.
Oh, well, honey, I wouldn't be, because I'm not good at math. I wouldn't be able to pass.
Listen, I'm not great at math, but somehow it works out. It works out.
What about what about narcotics and somebody pick up it besides yourself?
So yeah, someone else can pick up narcotics. We usually ask for an ID so we can keep it on file just in case any fugazi things go on. We have proof that this person picked up and this is their ID. So yeah.
Uniquely Irish says yes. CVS actually have a technician program where they pay you at work for your full schooling.
Right. That's amazing. I've always heard, a lot of people have told me that Rite Aid, CVS, they actually want you to go to school and they pay for you to finish to take your pharmacy technician license, which is amazing because if you have an employee in your store, you want them to grow, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if they grow, so is your company. So I think it's great.
Sasha Wright says, what would you say to someone who might be an embarrassed or scared if they will be judged to pick up a prescription if it is so certain thing?
You know what? That's a great question because I've had a lot of people come into the store and they want to whisper, the doctor sent something over, and it's a lot of rules when it comes to that, like HIPAA laws. You can't be just shouting out, "Oh, this medication is ready for you to pick up." You can't be doing that. So you got to be discreet. But I try to make them as comfortable as possible. I ask them if they have any questions, if I can clarify anything for them, if they want to know if there's any side effects to using this medication. So I like for them to feel comfortable because it makes everything easier for me as well.
What if it's like a patient that has maybe let's say cancer or the other diseases that folks make fun of?
Say that again. What would I say?
Like, what if it's a patient that is cancer or STI, STDs, that comes in?
Unless I don't make it awkward, unless they ask me a question about it or anything, then I would respond, of course, discreetly, and I'll try to go to the other side to counsel them if I have to. But sometimes they just come in and just grab and go. They don't get into details. And if they really want to know something, they'll call over the phone.
Okay.
And if they're embarrassed to do it around people, yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. I want to say thank you for sharing.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you so much. Thank you. This is really.
I hope all these new people are subscribing to our channel.
Yes, please subscribe.
I hope you guys
run them numbers up, honey.
I hope you guys are getting educated for this interview. Wow,
this is fun.
Yes. So, with the COVID vaccine, when the folks come in, do you have to write out the forms and stuff like that?
So there is a form that the patients do have to fill out. It's a consent form. They have to include their date of birth, the personal information. And then there's certain questions that are on that paper as well that pertains to health related issues. Let's say the person is diabetic or high blood pressure, or if they're taking certain medications. We need to know that to see if it counteracts with the vaccine. So if you're planning to get vaccinated, I suggest you print that form out before you come in so that the process is easier and you're in and out.
Oh, you can print that form?
Yeah, you can get it on Google. COVID vaccination form. You can put in English or in Spanish or whatever language you speak. And all you have to do is either make an appointment with wherever you're going and just bring it with you.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that you can do that.
Yeah. And just food for thought, guys, when you're going to go get your COVID vaccine, you have to take your original card with you because that's the only way we can put that you got your COVID vaccine. We can't do it electronically. It's not going to work that way.
We have a question from Cruz. As a leader, what steps have you taken to make sure your team remains strong for the community?
Yeah, that's a good question. I like to do these huddles in the morning before we start, and we just go over whatever issues we're having and how we can fix it. But yeah, that's very important. I mean, the community, they depend on us, right, for their health.
Have you ever had like a tension with other employees?
Thank God, no. Thank God. Yeah, no, at the store they're good. The people that are there are good. Thank God that they are able to just do their job and get along and go home, come back in the morning. Same thing every day.
Okay.
Does everybody understand the different languages that they speak?
So in the front of the store, the clerks, they speak Spanish. And the community I work in, it's mostly Spanish speaking. So if they do need help, etc., they come to the back and grab one of us, and we can maneuver and help the person out in whatever they need. So, yeah.
Is that a little hard for you sometime when the person is not really bilingual?
It is hard because it's such a diverse community. But we make it work and we team play, which is very important in any company. So it makes it easy. It's just a little hard or complicated when I'm super swamped in the back and they need to pull me to the front. I'm an octopus when I'm working.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Wow, this was amazing. What do you think?
We have another question.
We have another question from Sai Sharad. Do you think you get do you think you get sick more often since starting in this role of dealing with the public?
Actually, I take care of myself. I use my face mask when I have to. Excuse me. I use my face mask when I have to. And I just drink my vitamins as I should, especially vitamin C that helps with common colds, or with anything when it comes to your immune system. And zinc is very important too to shorten colds. So I try to stick to my multivitamins, especially because I'm working with the public.
I know that's right.
Yeah, it's very important. Can't afford to miss a day.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Have you ever had like a real sick patient? They just came from the emergency room and they're sick and not now. I mean, before C-19, they come in and they're coughing and all that stuff.
Yeah, I have. We've had those. We've had those patients. Yeah, usually what I like to tell people is you should have stood home. We could have delivered it to you. But since they're already there, I don't want to be insensitive. But yeah, we've had those patients. We actually had someone not too long ago, this past week, and he is like suffering from this bad toothache because he went to a dentist and they did a terrible job with his tooth and they hurt the bone and the nerve of his tooth, and he was just talking to me like this. He couldn't handle the pain, and I just felt terrible. I mean, he had his mask on and everything, but I can just feel that he was in so much pain.
Wow.
Terrible. I hate seeing people suffering.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible.
Cruz says, have you ever had people come in to speak another language and you could not understand?
Yes, definitely. So you know what? Usually, well, I can't say for all pharmacies, but certain pharmacies actually are partnered with a third party that is a telelanguage So what you do is you call this site, right? You call these people and you put in your PIN so they can identify who's calling, and they will put an interpreter on the phone depending on what language you need. So they will listen to what you need to communicate to the person and vice versa. So that's very helpful. I think every pharmacy should have that so you can serve just everyone.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So is it like an app or just a number you call?
It's a number we call. We actually pay for the service. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it's a great add-on.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So, do you have any more questions?
No, I'm all done, sweetheart.
Okay, I think I am.
Okay.
All right, guys. So
this was awesome.
So if we have any, we'll take 2 more questions from the audience, and I think our show is closed, guys. Again, if you would like to connect with Catherine, her Instagram is pinned in the comments, guys. You can follow her on Instagram so you can see her amazing work for the community, guys. If you would like to connect with her on Instagram. So if we do not have any more questions, guys, our show is coming to a close. Okay. All right. April Lopez says yes. And thank you so much, April Lopez, for coming in.
Yes.
All right.
Very interactive, Miss Lopez.
Thank
it's my
you
best
so
friend right there.
Love to Travel says, do you have drive-through service?
Oh man, that would be insane. We don't have drive-through service, but I know that certain Walgreens do have that, and that's amazing because literally people could just drive up, pick up, and go. That's great.
Hey, Miss Yo-Yo, thank you so much for being here. Yes. Thank you for being here, Miss Yo-Yo. How are you? Welcome in, Miss Yo-Yo. I'm so glad I got a chance to be a part of it. Yes, thank you so much. All right, and again, guys, Kathy is not a content creator, so we thank you so much, guys, for coming out to support her. You can follow her on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. Yes, welcome in, Miss Yo-Yo. You are amazing. All right, guys. So we are going to be doing a raid over at Me and I, guys. If you guys can go on over and hang out with them for a little bit.
Mr. Information Show.
Thank you again, Mr. Information Man Show, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Yep, our Walgreens even have a drive-through C19 test.
Oh, wow. That's insane. That's great. I'm so sorry, guys. Really quickly, I actually want to incorporate COVID vaccine testing into the pharmacy, but I don't know if we have enough manpower for that just yet. But I think it's very important to have that in all pharmacies, actually. I mean, the workload is going to be insane, of course, but I think that's great. That's great.
Would that be more on every person that works in a pharmacy?
So I would think it would be ideal to just hire a person to just do the COVID testing. So that everyone else that already has their roles can concentrate on their work, right? But I think it's a great addition. You get more people coming in, potential new patients to the pharmacy. I mean, it's a win-win.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We put her IG in the chat.
Yes, guys, this is her Instagram, guys, so you can go over and follow. You know, tell her that you enjoy her interview, guys, and you can also leave some comments on the interview, guys. You can go on over and follow.
Yes, don't forget to comment when this interview is over, you guys.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. So, guys, we're going on over to Me and I. Make sure you guys go over and say House of X Raid. We love you guys. So, guys, we'll be back live on December 31st for the New Year's party. Ooh. So, guys, come and party with us.
Check in.
All right. The Xclusive show will be in January. We'll be back in January, but we will be live again December 31st. So, guys, this was another great interview on the Xclusive show. We're the House of X Entertainment.
We stay entertaining.
I'm Winston.
And I'm Leo.
And our lovely guest is none other than
Catherine.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for coming. We hope you guys enjoyed this. This was Catherine, the lovely pharmacy tech in New York City, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. This was fun.
You're welcome.
See y'all. Happy holidays.
Take care.
Hey, turn me up a little. Yeah. Let me get a little more. They know who we at, man. Yeah. We stay entertained. Yeah. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Hey, we stay entertaining. Hey, we stay entertaining. We stay entertaining. Yeah. Now turn me up, baby. Now turn me up. Hey, we stay entertaining. Now go and check the ratings. We got them up through the ceiling like elevators. House of Vegas in the building. Go going crazy. This shit was made for television. Pass the remote, baby. Now go and subscribe. Comment, go live. Tell a friend to go and tell a friend. Make sure you tap in, cause we at it again.